Do you ever put your friends' business out on social media?
Yeah.
Why?
They do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yeah, she do.
What she said about you?
She said a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world. Why
So you a cheater?
No, I was dating multiple men. I would have to
At
be
what
in a
time?
relationship to be cheating on somebody.
Right.
I'm a bachelor, an eligible bachelor. That's what you got?
In the world of celebrity friendships, most betrayals happen quietly. But when it comes to Saucy Santana and Young Miami, everything is unraveling right in front of us, and it's getting messier by the minute. What started as a strong bond between two close friends is now turning into something much darker, with shocking claims, hidden truths, and federal investigations swirling all around them. Out of nowhere, Saucy Santana stepped forward with explosive claims that put Young Miami right in the middle of the chaos surrounding Diddy. From leaked messages to quiet rumors about private events, Santana says he has the receipts. According to him, Young Miami's relationship with Diddy was never what she made it look like in public. He believes her image as the fun-loving, confident bestie was hiding a deeper involvement, one tied to a world that's now under legal scrutiny. But the biggest twist? Santana says their friendship didn't fall apart over petty drama or social media clout. It collapsed because he felt pulled into something dangerous, something that's now being picked apart in courtrooms. He claims the things he saw, the names he heard, and the experiences he was dragged into are far more serious than anyone guessed. And now, he's naming names and sharing voice notes, pulling the curtain back on what really went on behind the scenes. Their fallout began with what seemed like a simple moment. On an episode of Courtroom, Please, Young Miami joked about Santana's dating life, teasing him about the many men he was supposedly talking to. To most people, it seemed like innocent fun between friends. But according to Santana, that moment was far from funny. He says Miami shared personal, private details about him without his consent, turning his real life into entertainment for millions. What felt like betrayal to him was packaged as a light-hearted joke for the cameras. From there, things started to unravel. Even though they still appeared friendly on social media, Santana claims he began pulling away. He felt used and exposed. And though the public didn't notice it at the time, their bond was already falling apart. What Santana didn't realize was that his name would soon be linked to something much bigger. Things took a wild turn when court documents in a federal case involving Diddy introduced the name Jane Doe, an alleged ex-girlfriend of the music mogul. Her statement didn't just target Diddy. She pulled in other people too, specifically Young Miami and Saucy Santana. Jane described what she called a complicated triangle involving herself, Diddy, and Miami. She said the public only saw a watered-down version of what was really happening. Miami wasn't just some fling. Jane claimed she had a deeper, more emotional connection with Diddy, one that had been hidden from the public. Jane said the tipping point for her came when Diddy gave Miami a luxury Maybach. That flashy, public moment made headlines. But Jane said watching it hurt because she had been with Diddy longer and had been kept in the shadows. She confronted him, asking why she wasn't treated the same, but instead of resolving anything, that conversation only opened more wounds and uncovered darker truths. Jane claimed that Miami wasn't just emotionally involved with Diddy, she was possibly playing a role in something much more secretive. According to court filings, Jane described exclusive, invite-only gatherings that Diddy and his inner circle allegedly organized. These weren't normal parties. Jane said they were carefully controlled, with elite guests and strange expectations. She called them freak-offs, a word that quickly caught fire online. Shockingly, Jane said Saucy Santana was present at several of these events. She claimed he wasn't just a guest, he had a role. Whether it was hosting, helping organize, or something else, she didn't say directly. But she made it clear that his presence wasn't by accident. Even more surprising, Jane said it was Young Miami who brought Santana into that world in the first place. That claim sent fans into a frenzy. Social media lit up. People began to question whether Miami had been secretly recruiting people into these exclusive circles. What looked like a fun, glamorous friendship now seemed more like a carefully managed operation. For Santana, being named in that context was serious. He hadn't spoken publicly about his involvement, but Jane's statements forced people to ask, was he just caught in the middle, or was there something he was finally ready to reveal? Jane didn't stop with vague details. She got very specific. About one event in particular, a party in Las Vegas in January 2024. She described a luxury hotel suite, dim lights, famous guests, and an energy that felt strange and planned. Among those present, she said, was a world-famous rapper and a male entertainer who she claimed was Santana. She said the room felt like a stage, and everyone there had a role to play. This wasn't the first time she'd allegedly seen Santana at one of these events. But this time, she said his presence felt more official, like he was part of the planning, not just someone along for the ride. As this testimony became public, people were left stunned. The question shifted from what happened between Santana and Miami to how deep does this go? Was Santana just a friend pulled into something he didn't understand, or was he involved in something much more layered? Now, with courtrooms filling up and secrets spilling out, the world is watching. Santana's friendship with young Miami may have started with laughter and loyalty, but it ended in silence, suspicion, and a story far darker than anyone expected. And the truth? It's still unfolding. The world of celebrity gossip exploded when Jane Doe, an alleged ex-girlfriend of Diddy, shared shocking details in court. Her testimony didn't just expose the music mogul, she also named Saucy Santana, painting a disturbing picture of his involvement in Diddy's mysterious private events. According to Jane, what people thought were just exclusive parties were something far more complex and secretive. She insisted these gatherings weren't just rare nights of celebration, they were part of a regular pattern, filled with strict guest lists, silent rules, and activities that blurred the line between luxury and something darker. Jane said she had seen Santana at more than one of these events. To her, that wasn't a coincidence, it meant he was part of something ongoing, something that stayed hidden from the public. This raised big questions. If Santana had attended more than once, did that mean he played a role beyond just being a guest? Was he part of organizing or managing these gatherings? And if so, why had he never spoken out? Things got even more intense when Jane described how Diddy's behavior changed toward her. After she went to another private party, this one thrown by a different rapper, Diddy allegedly lashed out. According to her, he was furious, accusing her of stepping outside of us. That phrase stood out and made people wonder just how controlled and monitored this inner circle really was. Jane believed someone told Diddy about her being at that event. She suspected Saucy Santana. Whether Santana told Diddy out of loyalty, jealousy, or by accident, Jane felt it was clear, nothing that happened in those spaces stayed hidden. This added a whole new layer to the drama. If Santana was sharing information, was he helping Diddy protect his secrets? Was he trying to keep his own position safe? Or did he simply get caught in something bigger than he could handle? While all this was unfolding, Santana remained quiet in public. On social media, he looked unbothered, still smiling, posting content, and keeping things light. But behind the scenes, it looked like a storm was building. Jane's words put him in the middle of something serious, caught between two powerful figures, Diddy and young Miami, both with secrets of their own. Soon, the internet did what it does best. People started digging. Fans went through old interviews, blurry photos from parties, and cryptic tweets Santana had posted in the past. A question kept popping up again and again: what exactly does Saucy Santana do behind the scenes? His fancy lifestyle started to raise eyebrows. Expensive bags, luxurious trips, front row seats at major events, suddenly all of it looked suspicious. People began asking if he was getting more than just music money. Was his lifestyle connected to private deals with big names in the industry? Were there other sources of income no one knew about? The rumors kept growing. Of course, these were just whispers, there was no hard proof. But the timing made everything feel a little too convenient. Santana wasn't hiding, though. Instead of going silent, he started posting mysterious captions and clapping back at fans online. He didn't deny anything directly, but his attitude suggested he wasn't afraid, or maybe he just didn't care what people thought. But the truth is, the questions haven't gone away. People want to know what Santana's real role was in these secret gatherings. Was he just another guest, or did he have responsibilities behind the scenes? Did he really leak information to Diddy about Jane Doe? Was he part of keeping the circle tight, or was he simply stuck in a dangerous game between fame, loyalty, and power? Right now, there's no clear answer. All we have are stories, rumors, and one very public courtroom drama. But one thing's certain, Saucy Santana is no longer just a social media personality or young Miami's bestie. He's now at the center of a swirling storm, with the whole world watching to see what he does next. When it comes to scandals, silence can be more powerful than a loud denial, and in Saucy Santana's case, that silence was deafening. For weeks, rumors were flying. People started questioning his flashy lifestyle, his expensive trips, and his quiet connection to the chaos swirling around Diddy and young Miami. Instead of clearing the air, Santana dropped cryptic posts and shady replies, which only added fuel to the fire. But then, everything shifted. Just when the internet was boiling over with theories and speculation, Santana made a move no one expected. Instead of hiding or going silent, he came forward, with receipts. Not rumors. Not gossip. Alleged proof. According to several sources. Online, Santana began releasing what he said were real messages, emails, and voice recordings that tied both him and Young Miami deeper into Diddy's inner circle. These weren't random screenshots or messy tweets. They were calculated. Each one seemed timed and chosen to tell a story. And that story? That Young Miami's relationship with Diddy was never just about fun or romance. Santana hinted that she was involved in behind-the-scenes planning, helping arrange deliveries and playing a bigger role than fans ever imagined. One particular claim involved a lawsuit filed by someone known publicly as Lil Rod. In the case, it was mentioned that Diddy had asked for certain items to be delivered to him during a festival rehearsal. Though the documents didn't say what those items were, Santana claimed Young Miami was the one who handled the delivery, using a private jet. Now, Santana was careful to say he never participated in anything illegal. But by simply being in the room, knowing what was going on, and staying quiet for so long, he became a part of the bigger conversation. And people started asking, why didn't he speak up sooner? Some believe his silence was a form of protection, maybe. He was scared, maybe he felt trapped, or maybe he was waiting for the right moment. Others think it had more to do with a falling out that had been brewing for years. According to people close to the situation, Santana and Young Miami's friendship had quietly broken down long before any of this came to light. At the center of that tension? Allegations that Young Miami tried to get Santana closer to Diddy, too. Close. Santana claimed he never wanted anything romantic or business-related with Diddy, especially considering how close Miami was to him at the time. He said the whole thing felt awkward and uncomfortable. But instead of respecting that, Miami allegedly kept pushing. Eventually, the pressure broke their friendship. And though they showed up together at events later on, looking like they had patched things up, Santana now says it was all fake. He claims Miami's apology was never real, and the smiles for the cameras only made the betrayal feel worse. But Santana didn't stop there. He claimed Miami didn't just try to bring him into Diddy's world, she tried to bring others, too. One name that stood out was rapper Coi Leray. In leaked transcripts and online discussions, she was referred to by the nickname Croissant. At one of Diddy's events in 2023, there was a moment caught on video where Diddy leaned in close to Coi, and she appeared visibly uncomfortable. While the clip didn't show anything conclusive, the awkward vibe was hard to ignore. Later, another video surfaced showing Coi and Miami dancing together like nothing had happened. But then, Blueface's mother jumped into the drama. In a now viral post, she accused Young Miami of trying to pull Coi into Diddy's circle, adding even more heat to the fire. Now, with Santana finally speaking up, and with federal investigations surrounding Diddy getting more intense, everyone is asking, what's really going on? Is Santana exposing the truth out of anger, revenge, or a need to finally be free from something darker? Whatever his reasons, one thing's clear, this story is far from over. And the more people speak, the more disturbing the picture becomes.